painful. There's some things that are less painful, but are more deadly. Okay, just like I'm gonna bring you a little bit of science today. Okay, there's hemotoxic venom. Okay, and there's neurotoxic venom. Okay, and hemotoxic venom is more painful, but neurotoxic venom, okay, what it does is it shuts down organs, okay, and paralyzes you. It takes you out harder, takes you out quicker. But the hemotoxic venom is more painful, okay. So now check this out. The rejection is more like the hemotoxic venom, but the apathy is more like the neurotoxic venom. It causes your organs to shut down within you, okay. Apathy is one of the main things that can destroy the heart and soul from within before your body and external features about you are even affected. Okay? In some situations, you're better off getting beat up than having a partner that's apathetic. Okay? You're better off getting beat up every once in a while. I'm telling you, if you had the choice and you had to either get beat up maybe once every 2 or 3 months, and you had an apathetic partner in your life, potentially, you're better off getting beat up every one to 2 months, as far as your mental and psychological health of who you are. Okay? Because when you get beat up, it's an opportunity for you to get stronger, get better, and there's some energy exchange there. But when it comes to apathy, what apathy does is it shuts everything down. Okay, see, people think the opposite of love, okay, is hate. But the opposite of love ain't hate, is indifference. It's when you don't care one way or another, whether what happens to them is good or bad. And what apathy does is it aligns itself with everything else in your life. And what it does is make everything you do meaningless. Whereas if somebody just hated you, okay, it would give what you're doing some meaning and give you some motivation to feed your spirit, to feed your mind, your heart. It can feed you if you use it correctly. But apathy, it'll just choke you out in your sleep, and you don't even know it's happening because it's not painful. Okay, the way this apathy thing works, right? You trying to do something, and you say, "Hey, I want to be a rocket scientist. You know, I want to work for NASA." No, okay. So check this out. If you have friends that tell you you can't do that, you'll never be. Okay, then you got some motivation. Okay, to study hard enough, to do what it takes, to do the proper training, to go through the proper routes, to hit your goals. You got some motivation now. But with apathy, check this out. Oh, okay, yeah, that's nice. So then when you're alone and you're away from that person, okay, the apathy aligns with the environment. Because the way this world works, the way the environment is, okay, this environment ain't necessarily helping you get the way you need to go. Okay, it ain't guaranteed. Okay, and because things ain't guaranteed unless you make it happen, you gotta have internal motivation to get the way you're going. Okay, you gotta have internal motivation to get the way you're going, or you're not gonna get there. And the thing about apathy is, it take away the motivation. It take away the motivation because it aligns with the environment and everything else around you. And what it says is, even if you get there, it don't matter. Even if you fight your way to get to the top, it don't matter either way. It don't matter whether you fail or not fail. Well then, what's the point of even trying? What's the point of even getting on it? It don't matter whether I fail, it don't matter whether I do it, it don't matter whether I don't do it. It's just, oh, okay, that's nice. Okay? And so check this out. There are so many people that had dreams, had aspirations, they had goals, and then they surround themselves with apathetic friends. Apathetic friends that ain't the enemies, okay? Apathetic friends that ain't against them, okay? Apathetic friends that ain't rejecting them, but apathetic friends that don't really care one way or another. They just want to hang out and eat pizza. They just want to hang out and watch the TV on the couch, watch Netflix on the couch. They don't care one way or another what you do. And then you align yourself with them, and then you don't do nothing. Because they set a template where nothing matters. And that's how a lot of people are being taken out nowadays. Because of apathy. because people are so unmotivated either way that they don't even have the energy to get in your way and provide you with some resistance. Okay? Which is how you build strength, by putting resistance on yourself. They don't give you no strength, they don't give you no resistance. It just chokes you out. And so when that apathy collects, okay, when that apathy collects, and when you have enough people that going, okay, because that's what's getting people now. You know, that's what's really getting people in these mental health struggles. People just ignoring people. Okay, they not fighting with them. They not arguing with them. They just ignoring. They just ghosting. They just pretend like you don't exist. And what that does on the psyche, what that does on the heart and mind, is that puts you in a space where you feel like nothing matters. You don't matter to existence. It don't matter whether it's good or not. And when you get to a place, it gets you to that place where you feel like you want to end it all quicker than even the rejection. Because with the rejection, if you turn it around, you can use it. Okay? But with the apathy, you can't use it. You can't use it at all. And if it's around you too much, you're going to get in the same place the rejection person will take you, but much quicker. When you see people that they want you to hurry up and get to the point, this happens a lot in my point. Hurry up and get to the point, you know, hurry up and tell me what's going on. I don't want to listen to this all day. Don't keep telling them, don't keep explaining yourself to them. You know, so because by the same token, okay, if you're a surgeon and you're an auto mechanic, okay, in order to do what you're doing right, you can't just hurry up and get to the point, or else the car gonna break down during the road or on the highway, or your heart gonna fall apart because they wanted to hurry up and get to the point and they ain't want to take the time and do the proper job. In order for you to get to where you need to go, in order for you to be the person that you need to be, you need to take your time and get there and make sure you're doing it right. And if you're surrounding yourself by people that won't take the time to listen, won't take the time to see where you're at, won't take the time to evaluate, then you need to quit telling them what's going on. Don't let that apathy affect you. You can still love them, but don't let that apathy enter you. It'll choke out your passion. It'll choke out your desire. It'll choke out your motivation. It'll choke out your meaning for life. It'll choke out the reason behind you doing everything. Even if, just like I said, even if you had to get beat up about once every 2 months, it can still fuel your motivation. But when you're surrounded by apathy constantly, it's like snuffing out the flame before you get to do anything for yourself or anybody else. So that's the dangers of apathy. Now, it don't mean that you can't be connected with people that are apathetic. It don't mean that you can't be their friend. But understand, when you see it coming, you have to back up from it. And don't keep pushing yourself in spaces where people are apathetic. Because if you build that apathy too much on yourself, it will choke you out and you will not get to where you're supposed to get. That's my message on today. Danger of apathy. Take care.